Welcome to Centennial Hall. As a courtesy to the artist and those seated near you, please turn off your cell phone and other electronic devices now. The use of photography and recording devices is prohibited. Please take a moment to locate the exit nearest to you. In the event of an emergency, follow the directions of the house staff. Thank you. Bienvenidos a Centennial Hall. Como una cortesía a nuestros artistas y a las personas sentadas cerca de usted, favor de apagar su teléfono celular y cualquier otro aparato electrónico. Se prohíbe el uso de aparatos fotográficos y grabación. Favor de tomar un minuto para localizar la salida más cercana a usted. En caso de emergencia, siga las instrucciones del personal de este teatro. Gracias.
Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to the University of Arizona Coit College of Pharmacy White Coat Ceremony for the class of 2026. I'm Dr. Jeannie Lee, Associate Dean for Student Services and Associate Professor in the Pharmacy Practice and Science Department. I've been given the great honor of serving as your Master of Ceremonies for today's special event. If you have not done so already, please take your seats. And I would like to remind you to please turn your cell phones off. I thank you for joining us and ask that you please keep your smiles throughout our time together. Okay, everyone, give me a thumbs up if you are excited to see the class of 2026 get their official white coats today. Yes. Give me 2 thumbs up if you are ready to get started. Yes. Great. Please turn your attention to the back of the hall and welcome the faculty of the Coit College of Pharmacy. Faculty and everyone, please stand if you are able and welcome the Coit College of Pharmacy class of 2026, and let's cheer them on. Let's cheer for all of our students and we'll take a seat. Please be seated. Now, good afternoon to all of you. I would like to begin by asking you to join me in respectfully acknowledging that the University of Arizona is on the land and territories of indigenous peoples. Today, Arizona is home to 22 federally qualified, recognized tribes, with Tucson being home to the O'odham and the Yaqui. The university strives to build sustainable relationships with sovereign Native nations and indigenous communities through education offerings, partnerships, and community service. Class of 2026, I feel honored and excited to be here with you today at your Waiko ceremony, a special milestone for all of you. To our special guests joining us today for this important occasion, I welcome you all to this beautiful and historic Centennial Hall on the University of Arizona campus. I also welcome families, relatives, and friends who are joining us via live stream. Today, we take a moment to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2026 in reaching this point in their academic journey. The Waiko ceremony is highly symbolic as it marks a new beginning for you students. I'd like to start by sharing a little background on the origins of the white coat. First of all, what is white coat? It can mean something different to each of us, but it is a piece of clothing that is most symbolic and representative of a healthcare professional. Class of 2026, I would encourage you to think of it as more than a representation though. It is also a cloak of compassion. Patients will be looking to you to provide emotional support when they're struggling with their diagnosis and subsequently with their medications. It is a clear statement of purpose and intention. When you put on your white coat, you interact with patients with a clear purpose and plan to achieve the best health and medication outcomes. It's a sign of assurance. You now represent a healthcare professional that the patient can trust and look to for answers. And a symbol of respect. Take great pride in the hard work you've done to arrive at this moment. The white coat symbolizes the respect you will receive for the knowledge and skills you've worked hard to obtain. Why do we have a white coat ceremony? The purpose of this ceremony is to impress upon you the importance of wearing the white coat as you transition into your advanced clinical training. That is on becoming the trustworthy person in the white coat. The white coat ceremony at the University of Arizona, Coit College of Pharmacy was first performed in April 2001, initiated by the members of the class of 2002. Thus, it is now a 24-year tradition of our PharmCat family. You will now be expected to apply what you've learned in the past 3 years to the ever-changing world of healthcare. Therefore, the white coat ceremony represents your transition from student to professional. Wearing a white coat is an important responsibility, and part of the purpose of today's ceremony is to recognize this responsibility. The other purpose of today's ceremony is to celebrate how close you are to being the trustworthy person in the white coat. You may be feeling a little bit nervous as much as proud at this moment in your career, have faith in yourself, and know that the hard work you've put forth to this point will serve you well in the next steps in your professional journey. This ceremony represents our faith in you, your knowledge and skills, and your professionalism. Celebrate how far you've come and look to the future with optimism. And for parents, spouses, partners, families, and friends of the class of 2026, celebrate their accomplishments and your supporting role in helping them achieve this significant milestone. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the head of our PharmCat family and Dean of the Coit College of Pharmacy, Dr. Rick Schnellman.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. Welcome, everyone, to Centennial Hall on this special day. I am honored to be here, and I know that you share in the excitement as we celebrate and the students and their achievements. Today is a significant milestone for all of you. We are here to honor your accomplishments as your transition from student and healthcare professional. As you wear your white coat, understand it is a symbol. It represents your unwavering commitment to professionalism, ethics, patient-focused care. It marks your dedication to a lifetime of learning. You possess the skills, the knowledge, and the character to move forward. You've earned your place here today, and with that comes the responsibility to continue developing the qualities that will help you navigate the colleges ahead. As you embark on this next chapter, I want to leave you with a guiding principle. Look beyond the moment of adversity and recognize the opportunity for growth. If you watch the newspaper at any time in the last few hundred days, this is important. I encourage you to look for opportunities to make a difference. Seek out ways to lead, to inspire, and most importantly, trust yourself to become the change you wish to see in our profession. Stay curious, stay resilient, and wear your white coat with pride, knowing that it represents your achievements and the incredible potential you have to shape the future of healthcare. Congratulations, class of 2026. We look forward to seeing you and all the great things you're going to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Schnellman. It is now my great honor to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. John Musil. Dr. Musil is a proud alumnus who earned his Doctor of Pharmacy degree from the College of Pharmacy in 1994. Through advocacy and innovation, he has dedicated his career to advancing the field of pharmacy. Just 2 years after completing his degree, Dr. Musil founded Avella Specialty Pharmacy in Scottsdale to supply specialty drugs that treat rare health conditions. Under his leadership, Avella became one of the fastest-growing companies in the country. Dr. Musil's achievements have earned him recognition both within the state and nationwide. Among his accolades, he was named the Arizona Pharmacy Association's Pharmacist of the Year in 2004 and the National Community Pharmacists Association's Independent Pharmacist of the Year in 2003. And in 2021, he was inducted into the Arizona Pharmacy Association Hall of Fame. Dr. Musel has long been supporting the University of Arizona community, serving as the treasurer of the University of Arizona Foundation Board of Directors, and as a member of the College of Pharmacy's National Advisory Board. We are so grateful to have him here with us today. Please join me in welcoming Dr. John Musel.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. Wow. You know, as I look out, I envy the amount of trepidation and excitement that all of you have for this special day, for putting on your white coat. I never got to put on a white coat until I actually went to clinicals, so this is a momentous occasion for all of you. First, I would like to thank Dr. Schnellman and the faculty for inviting me here today. It's quite an honor to speak to all of you, friends and family of the college as well. As you know, I graduated from this university in 1994. Didn't really understand what I was going to do post my career, but I was lucky enough to end up getting a role within clinical pharmacy at Georgetown University Hospital. As a clinical pharmacist at Georgetown, I'm Jesuit educated throughout my life, and I thought I achieved the penultimate goal of going to the highest and best Jesuit institution in the United States. Little did I know at that time that the politicking within hospitals wasn't really for me, and so I made a choice and kind of moved on. Kind of moving back a little bit, when I matriculated into the University of Arizona, I had the fortune of being an equipment manager for the University of Arizona football team, which gave me a wonderful, bird's eye view of every game, going to every practice, and having my school paid for, which significantly helped my family pay for my school because it was going to be a burden upon my family at that time. I had the fortune also of having a mentor in pharmacy. I was 10 years old, playing soccer, and my coach was a local pharmacist in Phoenix who had his own stores. And for some reason, he and I developed a fantastic relationship. So we ended up spending a lot of time together. I babysat his kids. And then as I got into high school, I started working in his pharmacy. I always knew I wanted to be a pharmacist from that point on. And so I worked tirelessly in achieving that goal. I never shied away from a job. During pharmacy school, I really wanted to work in independent pharmacy. It's all I knew throughout high school. It's all I knew that I wanted to accomplish. Obviously, great clinical mentors here at the college, Dr. Erstadt and Dr. Cates, kind of told us there's an opportunity for clinical work. I didn't know how that was going to apply to me, seeing that I was thinking I was just going to be a community pharmacist. So I ended up getting a role here at an independent pharmacy, which no longer exists, but I was kind of the gopher guy. I filled scripts. If I had to make a delivery, I was the guy. We actually were doing everything on typewriters when I first started there, and I helped him convert into a full computerized system, which was no easy task, but I was always ready for the new challenge and the next role. One of the things that I kind of think about too is, as I was preparing for today, was what are the options for pharmacists? I saw a LinkedIn post a few weeks ago that said that there are over 51 opportunities for pharmacists once they graduate. Like, that seems to be a lot, but as I was going through the list, there's a bunch of stuff in there that I don't even see. So that number, may be creeping up to 60 to 70 in my book. You guys have a unique background coming out of pharmacy school. You have an enormous amount of pharmacology experience, a significant amount of information about diagnoses, and you have the opportunity to hone your communication skills during your rotations, because a lot of healthcare practitioners are going to want to hear from you and what are your thoughts. Obviously you're never going to, supersede your mentors and your rotation advisors, but the idea that you have an opinion and that you can voice that opinion and that you can defend what you believe is important. How do you take these skills and translate them into a role that someone never thought of before? That's really the question before you. You don't have to follow any one specific path. I know in science and in medicine, we like everything to be linear. I do this, I get this job, and then I get the job that I ultimately wanted. But I'll tell you, life is never linear. It's very circuitous. So be patient with yourself, be patient with others, and your time will come. The U of A historically has been one of the best pharmacy schools in the country and is evidenced by the great clinicians that come out of this university. Even for me, who always thought I was going to practice in a community setting, like I said, I ended up going to Georgetown. And it was a great decision for me at the time, and I'm glad that I made it because it taught me a lot about who I am and who I wanted to be. After leaving Georgetown, I came back to Arizona to be closer to my family and my soon-to-be wife, although she didn't know it at the time. It was tough because I ended up getting a role working in a community pharmacy, a small little pharmacy in Scottsdale that had just moved out of a physician's office and into a community medical building. I was the only employee. I filled scripts, I filled the curve vial, I took out the trash, compounded medications. I was the only one that was there. And mind you, it taught me to be a good steward of my time because I was the only one there. And the other unique aspect of that role was about 90+% of the prescriptions that I dispensed were for medications that I had one-hour lecture in pharmacy school on. So think about that for a second. Here you are, you're supposed to know everything. I was dispensing fertility medications to couples who are going through maybe one of the most trying experiences of their life. And I didn't know what the dosing schedule was, but I made it a point to go and meet with every prescribing practice that I was working with to understand what their protocols were. What is IVF? What is IUI? What is ICSI? I had to learn all of these things because I wasn't taught, but the base of the education that I received here at the university gave me that strength and confidence to go and learn all of this. I never saw these scripts during my clinical rotations, never had one question on the NAPLEX exam about any of these medications, but it was something that I knew that I could do. And one short year after working in that pharmacy, the owner, Larry Mayhew, may he rest in peace, came to me and said, I'm getting out of the community retail setting, and I'm going to make you an offer of a first right of refusal. What does that mean? I was given the opportunity to buy a job and not find a job. So that's what I did. At the ripe age of 25, I bought myself a job. It was tough. Thankfully, Larry was there to shepherd me through the process of going to the state board, getting the sale and transfer of the store to me, and I had to figure out how I was going to make money, because to be quite honest, the store produced enough for me to pay my debt off, but I had very little income on top of that. So what did I do? Thankfully, I had an angel of a patient named Linda Cappellini. Linda was a patient in the pediatrics practice, or her children were patients in the pediatric practice next door, and she was a pharmacist. And I asked Linda, would you want to come and work for me a few days a week? And I think it took me about 3 or 4 asks, and she finally said yes. But it gave me the opportunity then to go out and meet with every single medical practice within a 5-mile radius of the store. They didn't know who I was. They didn't know who my pharmacy was. So I had to educate them on what we did and how we did it differently than our competitors. The other thing I did was I went to every single chain drugstore within that same radius and said, here I am, I'm a new pharmacy, here are the things that I do. And thankfully, what I was doing, because it was so niche-y, so highly specialized, that they weren't stocking those medications and they were seeing patients, and they were a phenomenal resource of referrals for me. Over the years, the apothecary shops, which was the predecessor to Avella, grew, and it grew nicely. I always told my wife that I had a big, hairy, audacious goal of having 5 pharmacies in 10 years. I just had the math backwards. It was 10 pharmacies in 5 years. It was a rocket ship ride, let me tell you. But an interesting thing happened along the way, and that was I was practicing in fertility. We were doing pediatrics, and as we started to grow, we started gaining other specialties within the stores, solid organ transplant, ophthalmology, and so on. And what we ended up deciding was we didn't want to be a pharmacy for everybody. We were going to be highly specialized clinicians working with specialists and subspecialists to make sure that patients, A, got the medications that they needed, B, in a timely fashion, and C, that there was follow-up on our end to make sure that patients continued to be on those therapies and achieve their goals. We became a clinical pharmacy within the community setting, something that really wasn't available, with the exception of some small kind of niche things like diabetes education. We continued down that path and figured out there's no pharmacy EMR that's out there. So there's no way in a pharmacy management system to manage these patients on a clinical way, in a clinical way, I should say. So we developed our own pharmacy EMR. And what that allowed us to do was to track patients, communicate to physicians about the outcomes that these patients were achieving, and then more importantly, and we didn't know it at the time, manufacturers really were requiring these data feeds in order to get into what was a nascent limited drug distribution network. So these were things that just were starting to come about. As they saw how nimble we were within the marketplace, they allowed us access to certain medications that maybe we were only one of 10 in the entire United States, or maybe we were one of 2. But we were able to do something that even the giants within pharmacy weren't able to achieve. We focused heavily on side effect management of medications, especially oncolytics. A lot of these patients would take the drug for a day or two, have some significant side effects, and decided to discontinue therapy, which may or may not have been in their best choice or their best decision. And we were guiding them through how to mitigate these side effects. And that gave us, a completely unique look within the pharmacy space because nobody else was doing that. We developed a slogan, a saying at Avella, which was this relentless pursuit of clinical excellence. And that is every single day, every single person within the organization was focused on this relentless pursuit of clinical excellence. And it's not an easy task for somebody that's answering a telephone to be thinking about, hey, this person that I'm talking to on the other line was just diagnosed with breast cancer. How do I communicate to them? Or patient calls in or walks in and they just lost their pregnancy. How do you talk to that patient? It's something that you learn over time and develop your skills. In 2018, we ended up selling Avella to OptumRx, which was a fantastic time, but a very difficult one, obviously. August 16th, I didn't have a place to go anymore. Didn't have an office. was relegated to my home. And maybe to my wife's chagrin, that was something that she wasn't looking forward to. But a partner of mine at the private equity firm that had recapitalized apothecary shops in 2009 approached me and said, hey, I'm starting a new fund and I would like you to become an operating partner. So wow, here's a guy I'm just a pharmacist. I don't have an MBA. Yes, I've learned a lot over time. I've learned a lot about finance and accounting, but you're asking me to now venture into the private equity space in the world of finance, which is a huge honor to have built the confidence with him to think that I could do something so special. And so today I work in private equity as an operating partner, helping find businesses, helping other entrepreneurs grow their business and look at other opportunities within the healthcare space. So currently I'm not just focused in pharmacy, I focus in the entire healthcare sector. One thing I'd like to impart on all of you today is that your education doesn't stop. Just because you're done with your didactics now, you're going to be continuing to learn. Once you pass your boards, you're going to continue to learn. In 15 years, I hope you're still continuing to learn. When I was coming out of pharmacy school, monoclonal antibodies didn't exist, right? And I would say 70% of our total volume at Avella, by the time we exited, was all oncolytic. So it's something that I had to learn, something my team had to learn. I wasn't taught here how to evaluate a request for proposal. I was never taught how to develop SOPs, policies and procedures. But it's something that you will, hopefully in your career, learn to do. Because once again, it's another step in your own personal journey of growth. You've got an incredible foundation of pharmacologic experience as you walk out these doors. And from this, I hope that you hone all of your what I call soft skills, like how to talk to people, how to interact with people who are angry, who are sad, and run the gamut of all those different emotions. I'm often reminded that opportunities present themselves when we least expect them. And it teaches us to be listening and evaluating what we hear, taking the time to sit and reflect on your day every day. It's an important skill to have. What did I learn today? What did I do that may have been taken out of context by the receiver? And how am I going to approach that conversation potentially differently next time? Learn and understand how to communicate with others to achieve clarity and change your habits. Some people may call them bad ones, but changing those habits when those outcomes aren't meeting your intention. Being thoughtful in your responses comes from active listening, and it can change the way you see the world and opens doors that you may never have thought possible. Never stop pursuing your dreams, because they open doors to new opportunities. Thank you, everyone. It's a pleasure to speak to you today.
Thank you, Dr. Musil. As a token of our appreciation, we have a plaque for Dr. Musil. Your contribution to pharmacy practice and to our PharmCat family are commendable and appreciated. Thank you, Dr. Musil. I now introduce Dr. Nancy Alvarez, Associate Dean of Academic and Professional Affairs at our Phoenix campus, and Professor Elizabeth Hall-Lipsey, Assistant Dean of Academic Affairs and Assessment and Director of the PharmD Forward Program and Health Disparities Professional Certificate. Dr. Alvarez and Professor Hall-Lipsy will conduct the reading of names for the class of 2026 coding. Please welcome them.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. The coding of the class of 2026 will be conducted by faculty members of the Coit College of Pharmacy. Faculty members, please take your place as your name is called. Dr. Ashley Campbell. Dr. Bernadette Cornelison. Dr. Christopher Edwards. Dr. Brian Erstad. Dr. Nicole Henry. Dr. Philip Ng. Dr. Jason Carnes. Dr. Michael Cates. Dr. Amy Kennedy. Dr. Janine Spencer. Dr. Carol Ann Wortman. And last but certainly not least, Dr. Georg Wondrak. And now for the moment you've all been waiting for. We'll get started with the introduction and coding of our class members. Students, please come forward as your name is called. Tanya Wynn. Kayleen Tubbs. Hui Nguyen. Kaylin Panzalon. Sarah Bowen. Alyssa Espiritu. Faculty, please coat these students. Newly coded students, please make your way to the risers. Genevieve Baroy. Patrice Lorne Barreos. Miss Al-Qaderi. Claudia Arribes. Sunny Atwater. Braden Crace. Faculty, you may coat these students. Newly coded students, you can make your way to the risers. Kelly Wynn. Naomi Nishikawa. Priscilla Pacheco. Brandon Wells. Nicole De Castro Santos. Jessica Young. Faculty, you may coat these students. Newly coded students, you may take your place at the risers.
Vanessa Gutierrez. Ashley Hunt. Madison Beck. Diana Ahmad. Tracy Lee. Jermaine Havulanha. Faculty, please coat the students. Newly coded students, please proceed to the risers. Jenna Babcock. Daniela Sherwin. Nadia Akhter. Lily Plant. Caroline Vevers. Megan Noonan. Faculty, please coat the students. Newly coded students, please proceed to the risers. Rexel Pangligan. Riley Seacrest. Evan Wen. Kaylee Wong. Kara Hillig. Molly Fisk. Faculty, please coat the students. Newly coded students, that's funny. Please proceed to the risers. Victoria Lynn. Sylvia Esparza. Katrina Zerly. Marnie Jorfi. Daniela Gonzalez. Hee Tran. Faculty, please coat the students. Newly coated students, please proceed to the risers. Donna John. Skylar Ma. Stephanie Gallegos. Precious Craig. Brianna Mendoza. True Ho. Faculty, please coat the students. Newly coated students, please proceed to the risers.
Manuel Acosta. Bianca Rivera. Matab Banay Jazan. Cecilia Velasco. Ashley Gunitsky. Alex Vlahov. Faculty, please coat these students. Newly coated students, please proceed to the risers. Haley Bingham. Haley Francis. Kalena Shelwatt. Tiba Al-Asafi. Annalise Jeffries. Khan Thien Do. Faculty, please coat these students. Newly coated students, please make your way to the risers. Haley Stainhook. Allison Steffen. G.C. Vong. Lauren Conway. Alex Meilinger. Megan P. Schmidt. Faculty, please coat these students. Students, please make your way to the risers. Jared Azares. Haley Zadro. John Trunzo. Hillary Wu. Yvette Batista. Faculty, please coat these students. Students, please take your place on the risers.
Isabella Ali. Andrew Aguilera. Luis Enrique Felix. Munashi Javamwe. Hunter Reed. Win Pham. Faculty, please coat the students. Newly coated students, please proceed to the risers. Faith Marie Allen. Jason Agundes. Bryce Tran. Emma Banks. Michelle Malayeva. Myunghee Lee. Faculty, please coat the students.
It's tough this year.
Newly coated students, please proceed to the risers. Sarah Al-Ramadani. Damian Villa. Houston Swan. Din Vo. Zina Al-Rawi. Dina Al-Bahad Dili. Faculty, please coat the students. Newly coded students, please proceed to the risers. Lucas Meyer. Blake Williams. Kushal Shah. Emmett Layden. Val Morgan. Sam Hartnett. Faculty, please coat the students. Newly coded students, please proceed to the risers.
Xander Chai. Kaylee Cooper. Julia K. Nelson. Kurt Jerome Carlos. Misael Campion. Hayden Matir. Faculty, please coat these students. Newly coded students, please take your place on the risers. Taryn Bond. Andrew Trunzo. Olukemi Oshilaja. Rebecca Godfrey. Brittany Stevenson. Jalen Decker. Faculty, please coat these students. Newly coded students, please make your way to the risers. Marin Stefan. Jesus Adrian Aguilera Valencia. Lakin Gardner. Isaiah Ingram. Sammy Sakley. Ali Kasemi. Faculty, please coat these students. Newly coded students, please proceed to the risers. Cameron Hill. Ramez Youssef. Chachwa Tanyi. Nicholas Barasa. Chloe Beeson. Joseph Tucker. Faculty, please coat these students. Newly coated students, please make your way to the risers.
Daniel Romero. Justin Pacheco. Sergio Antonio Castañeda. Mark Rothpletz. Tochuku Derek Wobodo. Jose Armando Bermudez Rodriguez. Faculty, please coat the students. Newly coated students, please proceed to the risers. Mason Rushing. Chasen Brem. Faculty, please coat these students. Newly coated students, please proceed to the risers. Thank you, students. Thank you, faculty, for coating our class of 2026. Faculty, you may take your seats. We'll give them just a beat or two to get to seats and get some pictures. All right. I would like to invite Dr. Lee back to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Alvarez, Professor Hall Lipsy, and all the coding faculty members. Students, you look fantastic, just as you do every day in all your classes. But you look amazing in your white coats. Let's congratulate them one more time. Okay. Now, it's not over yet. Now, students, if you reach into your white coat pocket, Mildred has provided you with a note card. The card has your own words of wisdom that you wrote to yourself during the orientation closing at the very beginning of your PharmD program. We hope you take the time to reflect on your own words and find encouragement and strength for your journey. Now the pledge. I handed you a copy of the Pledge of Professionalism that I hope you keep close while you're caring for patients on your rotations. At this time, I would like to invite the class of 2025 students to the stage to lead a pledge for our class of 2026. The class of 2025 students will be receiving their PharmD degrees next month, right here at Centennial Hall. Our students are taking the Pledge of Professionalism and receiving their white coats in recognition of becoming members of the pharmacy practice community. They will recite the pledge. Please begin on 3. 1, 2, 3.
As a student of pharmacy, I believe there is a need to build and reinforce a professional identity founded on integrity, ethical behavior, and honor. This development, a vital process in my education, will help ensure that I am true to the professional relationship I establish between myself and society as I become a member of the pharmacy community. Integrity must be an essential part of my everyday life, and I must practice pharmacy with honesty and commitment to service. To accomplish this goal of professional development, I, as a student of pharmacy, should develop a sense of loyalty and duty to the profession of pharmacy by being a builder of community, one able and willing to contribute to the well-being of others, and one who enthusiastically accepts the responsibility and accountability for membership in the profession. Foster professional competency through lifelong learning. I must strive for high ideals, teamwork, and unity within the profession in order to provide optimal patient care. Support my colleagues by actively encouraging personal commitment to the oath of Maimonides and a code of ethics as set forth by the profession. Incorporate into my life and practice dedication to excellence. This will require an ongoing reassessment of personal and professional values. Maintain the highest ideals and professional attributes to ensure and facilitate the covenantal relationship required of the pharmaceutical caregiver. The profession of pharmacy is one that demands adherence to a set of rigid ethical standards. These high ideals are necessary to ensure the quality of care extended to the patients I serve. As a student of pharmacy, I believe this does not start with graduation. Rather, it begins with my membership in this professional college community. Therefore, I must strive to uphold these standards as I advance toward full membership in the profession of pharmacy.
Congratulations, class of 2026. Thank you, students from the class of 2025, for leading the pledge. You may return to your seats. Class of 2026, as you complete your third year of PharmD didactic work and begin your fourth year rotations, you are transitioning from the learning environment of the classrooms to the realities of the healthcare environment to be part of a remarkable profession. You are entering a vital and rewarding career, and I'm so proud to see you in your white coats, ready to serve the profession and your patients. You are the first class who came to be with us fully in person after the COVID-19 pandemic. I won't forget your resilience or your humor, and I have great confidence that you will play a vital role in transforming our profession. Everyone, let's please congratulate them one more time. I would also like to thank the amazing staff who organized this event. We had help from across the college and university, including student services, alumni relations, communications, the Disability Resource Center, DeFranco Photography, and Centennial Hall. And a special thanks to Luz Maria Hernandez, the coordinator for this event. I'd also like to thank all the faculty who are here coding and supporting our students. Thank you all. I now ask the audience to please remain seated as the class of 2026 and faculty exit. Class of 2026, please follow Tanya to exit and have your class pictures taken. You will soon join your guests at the reception in a few minutes. The dean will lead the platform party to exit with the P4 pledge readers and then faculty. Guests, please allow the faculty to process through the hall and follow the faculty to exit. The students will meet us outside at the Women's Plaza. Thank you all for coming.